Do you know what's in your cooking oil? No? Well, subscribe to this channel and buckle up because we're going on a deep fry dive. Imagine this, you're in the kitchen, you're about to whip up a storm, and there it is, your faithful companion, the cooking oil. It's there when you saute your onions. It's there when you're deep frying those irresistible French fries. And it's even there in that delectable cake you're baking for dessert. But have you ever stopped to think, what exactly is in that bottle of golden liquid? Cooking oil is, in its simplest form, fat that's used in cooking. It's a staple in every kitchen, a silent ingredient in almost every dish. But not all oils are created equal. Just like superheroes, we've got the good ones, the bad ones, and the downright ugly ones. And the difference, my friends, lies in the processing. Yes, you heard it right. The quality of your cooking oil highly depends on how it's processed. You could be using the most expensive exotic oil, but if it's processed poorly, well, you might as well be eating slop. Now you're probably thinking, but there are so many types of oils, how do I know which one is good? From olive to canola, from avocado to palm, the supermarket aisles are filled with an array of oils, each boasting of its unique health benefits. But here's the kicker, some of these so-called healthy oils could be hiding a dark secret. They could be high in inflammatory omega-6 fats, or worse, they could be processed in a way that strips them of all their nutritional value. So, if you thought choosing a cooking oil was as simple as picking up the prettiest bottle off the shelf, think again. It's a decision that could affect your health in more ways than one. So, are you prepared to find out the truth about your favorite cooking oil? Are you ready to navigate the slippery slope of the oil aisle? Let's dive in. You might think oil is just oil, but there's more to it than meets the eye, or should we say, meets the fryer. Now let's dive into the world of cooking oils, a universe of the good, the bad, and the oily. Picture this, you're standing in the grocery store aisle surrounded by a myriad of bottles, each claiming to be the healthiest choice. It's overwhelming, right? But don't let the flashy marketing fool you. The real deal is in the nutritional profile and processing methods of these oils. So, what makes an oil good or bad? It's not about how sleek the bottle is or how fancy the brand name sounds, it's about the balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, the heat stability, and yes, how it's processed. On one side of the ring we have the good oils, cold-pressed, unrefined, and chock-full of heart-healthy fats. Think olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. These are the oils that add a nutritional punch to your meals without leaving an inflammatory aftermath. On the other side we have the bad oils, highly processed, refined, and brimming with omega-6 fatty acids. These are the canola oils, the vegetable oils, the ones that sneak into your diet under the guise of low-fat or heart-healthy. But don't be fooled. These oils may be causing more harm than good, promoting inflammation and throwing your body's delicate balance of fats out of whack. And then, there's the process. Cold-pressed, expeller-pressed, refined, unrefined. Each method of oil processing changes the nutritional profile, the flavor, and even the smoke point of the oil. It's a science, it's an art, and it's absolutely crucial to understand if you want to make informed decisions about what you're putting in your body. Remember, not all oils are created equal. Choose wisely. Ever heard of palm oil? No, it's not made from palms of your hands, but it's a slippery topic that we need to grasp. Palm oil is a type of edible vegetable oil that comes from the fruit of oil palm trees. Now, we're not talking about a small family orchard here, these are massive plantations that stretch as far as the eye can see. And it's all about the process, folks. The fruit gets squeezed and crushed, and voila, we have palm oil. But before you go drizzling it on your salad, let's talk about its nutritional profile. In the health department, palm oil is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, it's high in saturated fats, which can make your heart do a bit of a double take. On the other hand, it's free of trans fats and rich in natural compounds like vitamin E and beta-carotene. So it's not all gloom and doom, but moderation is key. The reason why palm oil has such a shaky path is because it is highly dependent on how it's processed, compared to the traditional coconut and olive oil that is usually expeller-pressed. Palm oil sometimes gets in the hands of big food companies, and they extract it using solvents, bleaches, dyes, and hexans, which is not what you want in your body. It's also important to keep an eye on the inflammatory side of things. Ever heard of omega-6? It's not a new superhero movie, but it's something that might be wreaking havoc in your body. Take a moment to meet omega-6, a polyunsaturated fatty acid. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it's one of the essential fats your body needs to function, but here's the catch. Your body can't produce it, so you need to get it from your diet. Now, you might be thinking, great, I'll load up on omega-6. But hold on to your cooking spoons, folks, because there's a twist in this culinary tale. While omega-6 is important, it's all about balance. You see, omega-6 and its sibling omega-3 are like the yin and yang of your diet. They need to be in harmony for you to reap the benefits, but the modern diet has tipped this balance with an overload of omega-6 and not enough omega-3. And can you guess where most of this excess omega-6 is coming from? Yes, you've hit the cooking oil jackpot. It's from poorly processed oils like canola and vegetable oils. Now you might think, what's the big deal? A little extra omega-6 never hurt anyone. Well, that's where you'd be wrong. Too much omega-6 can lead to inflammation in the body, which is like a house party you didn't invite anyone to, and now it's out of control. This inflammation can be a root cause for many chronic diseases like heart disease, arthritis, and even some forms of cancer. And here's another food for thought. Not all omega-6 is bad. Some sources like nuts and seeds are actually good for you. But it's the omega-6 in those sneaky, poorly processed oils that's the villain of our story. So, the next time you reach for that bottle of vegetable oil, remember you're not just cooking your dinner, you're also cooking up a potential health problem. Choose wisely, because your health is on the line. Omega-6 might not be a villain, but too much of it can certainly stir up trouble. Lost in the supermarket aisle staring at countless bottles of oil? Let's make that decision easier for you. So, you're on a quest to find the perfect cooking oil, one that's not just a slick salesman in a shiny bottle, but a true ally for your health. Let's dive into the world of oils and grease the wheels of your decision-making process. First things first, steer clear of the marketing hype. Labels shouting low-fat, cholesterol-free, or light might sound tempting, but they're often smokescreens to hide the less desirable aspects of the product. Remember, it's the quality of the fat that matters, not the quantity. Next, let's talk processing. Remember how we said that palm oil can be a hero or villain, depending on how it's processed? The same goes for other oils. Cold-pressed, unrefined oils retain their natural nutrients and flavors, whereas heavily refined oils are stripped of their goodness and often contain unhealthy additives. So if you can't pronounce the ingredients on the label, it's probably not a wise choice. Now, onto the nutritional value. It's important to balance your intake of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. While both are essential, most modern diets are heavy on the omega-6 side, which can lead to inflammation and other health issues. So, look for oils high in omega-3, like flaxseed and chia seed oil. Last but not least, consider the usage. Not all oils can withstand high heat, making them unsuitable for frying or sautéing. For high-heat cooking, opt for oils with a high smoke point like avocado or coconut oil. For drizzling and dressings, go for flavorful oils like olive or sesame oil. And there you have it. Choosing the right oil doesn't have to be a slippery task. It's all about being informed and understanding what your body needs. Remember, the right oil can make a world of difference to your health. Choose wisely. So, what have we learned today? Let's do a quick recap before we say goodbye. We've been on quite the greasy journey, haven't we? We've dug into the world of cooking oils, and let me tell you, it's been slicker than a politician on election day. But it's not just about the oil itself, it's about how it's processed. Remember, not all oils are created equal. We began by unmasking what's really in our cooking oil. We found that it's not just about the type of oil, but what's been done to it. We've seen how some oils, like canola and vegetable oils, are not just poorly processed, but are also high in inflammatory omega-6 fats. In other words, they're the bad boys of the oil world. Then we slid into the topic of palm oil, a slippery slope indeed. While it's not inherently bad, its production can have significant environmental impacts. And just like with any other oil, its health benefits greatly depend on how it's processed. We also talked about the omega-6 overload. Omega-6 fats aren't all bad, but when they're consumed in excess, they can cause inflammation in the body. So it's all about balance, folks. And finally, we walked through how to choose the right oil. It's not about picking the one with the prettiest label or the most exotic name. It's about knowing what you're putting into your body and understanding how it's been processed. So, the next time you find yourself in the cooking oil aisle, remember to look beyond the label. Ask yourself, how has this oil been processed? And, is it high in inflammatory omega-6 fats? Because, let's face it, you deserve better than slop. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to what you're putting in your body. Stay informed, stay healthy. Subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.